Okay, I'm gonna try and keep this as short, but also enough, or like long enough to, I guess, explain everything and stuff like that. So, firstly, where have I been? I've been doing a lot. Mostly been active on Twitter and a bunch of other platforms. Mainly Twitter, but still. Been mostly just hanging out on Discord and just chatting it up with friends and stuff like that. Just relaxing and enjoying life for as long as I can, I guess. I don't know why I said it like that, but either way. And for like the past 3 months, been trying to get my PC to get fixed because you know, kind of bricked, or not bricked, but like it broke. The graphics were being weird, and my screen would only show black. Like, it would turn on just fine, everything run well, but like, you know, I just couldn't see anything. So that was great. So I had a parent bring it over to their friends to get it fixed, which took way longer than it needed to, but that's fine. But now, finally, as I'm recording this, it's in my possession now. Awesome. Yay. Meaning I can get back to actually making, like, proper videos with, like, you know, my actual inputs and, like, you know, like, vocal reactions and stuff like that. But I'll get to videos in a second. And besides that, I've just been relaxing, honestly. Just been pretty chill, hanging out with friends, like I mentioned, and stuff like that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, going forward, videos. What will I be doing for videos and YouTube content creating and etc.? Well, now that I have my PC, I can finally run games, a lot better now, because thankfully the dude bought me a completely new graphics card, which was only like $300 and stuff like that, which thank God he did, because recently I tested out Bugshot Roulette, which originally I couldn't run without it crashing, like, through the first round and stuff like that, which I don't understand why. The game's only a gigabyte, and it doesn't really take much, like, you know, performance and stuff like that. So, I don't know, bro. I guess my PC really was just that bad at the time. But, recently, like, before I recorded this and stuff like that, I managed to get an entire round in, and, I won, and stuff like that. Made a good $6,000, which, nice. But, anyways, so hopefully I can run games like, you know, Sonic Frontiers, or, Batman Arkham Knight, or a bunch of other games that I have on Steam that I haven't played, and do want to eventually make it into videos, or streaming, which I'm gonna get into in a minute. Besides that, thanks to my buddy Reese.
This one's the latest Mercedes Tuxedo 2000s.
Mercedes is a car company.
Mercedes?
I don't give a fuck. I made this suit. You are gonna respect my fucking suit, or you can get the fuck out and wear the lady suit over there.
Hey, Jim, stop making coats!
Shut the fuck up.
For helping me with, you know, installing my, new drivers and stuff like that and such, so shout out to him and whatnot. But, besides that, things seem to be running pretty well and stuff like that, so here's hopes to it improving and continuing to work, and stuff like that, and hopefully I don't have to go through another 3 months of purgatory without my PC, because it was excruciatingly painful, because not only did I have nothing else to do but using my Oculus and my phone and my dingy ass laptop, I also had like commissions I had to do and stuff like that, and it was kind of like irritating me because my laptop was slow. I could barely draw on it. It would overheat like almost like within like a minute, but you know, that's normal for laptops, so there's not much to really expect from that. And also because I have a lot of storage on there, so I can't really download games or do anything. Mostly because it's also a school laptop, but we're not gonna get into that. So yeah. Besides that, not much else really. Oh yeah, and on the topic of videos, I also want to try and do streaming eventually. Again, gonna like ask some help from some buddies of mine and stuff like that to help me set everything up for, you know, my streams when I eventually do them. Might have a layout, might not have a layout, who knows. I'll see what I can whip up eventually in due time. And we'll just go from there and stuff like that. And hopefully I can have some cameos on my stream for either like dubbing purposes or to actually play along with me and stuff like that and such. I was thinking like Repo or like Buckshot, like I mentioned earlier, Rivals of Aether, a bunch of games, honestly. But yeah, besides that, yeah, I don't really know what else to mention, I guess. Really sorry for being super inactive with YouTube. It's not really my main thing, but I want to try and make it my main thing, along with a bunch of other things that I do and stuff like that. Because back when I was a lot younger, I've always wanted to do content creating and making funny videos and being up there like all those other content creators. Like, I strive to kind of have like the same kind of placement as like 8-Bit Ryan does, which I watch him a lot and stuff like that. I don't know. Either way. But yeah, like, I'd want to be in a place where he is. Like, he's not doing too much, but like he's doing enough to satisfy his fan base and community and stuff like that and such, while also maintaining his own fun, you know? And having a lot of variety instead of going straight to what's trendy and stuff like that and such. Which there's nothing wrong with going to what's trendy and stuff like that. It's an easy way to gain viewing ships and all that stuff, and you know, gets a lot more attention from people when there's like, oh, the newest games are out and stuff like that. Go play them and watch people play them if you don't have the money to get the game. But yeah. But besides that, yeah, I want to try and just do all this for fun. I mean, sure, it would be nice to gain some, like, attention from it and stuff like that, and I think it would be pretty sweet, but that's not really what I'm mainly striving for. Really, it's just to, you know, mess around and, you know, catch some nice moments and, you know, put it up online and then make small history, I guess. Kind of just putting a mark in the internet and stuff like that, that's really it. Like, even if it's just like a pixel or like a small little engraving on, you know, like a digital footprint or like a, you know, mark in the world and stuff like that, I at least want to put myself out there and, you know, make an impact and stuff like that. And that's really it. Like, I don't really have any, like, motives and stuff like that. Like, I guess, like, the most I can really, like, say that I want to do is, for one, like I mentioned, content creating, streaming. Eventually I want to make my own game. Maybe, like, 1 or 2 and stuff like that, not counting FNF mods. Those are completely different. But, yeah, no, I want to definitely, you know, expand and do more with what I do and stuff like that. And I guess I'm kind of doing that slowly. Because, you know, I'm working on a project that, I don't know if I'm able to say that I'm working on it. But, you know, if you know, you know. But besides that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thanks for listening in and tuning into the video. If you made it this far and whatnot, then, thank you, honestly. I didn't really think anyone would, like, actually, you know, watch through the whole video and whatnot, but I'm grateful nonetheless. So, I can't say I'm gonna get immediately to content creating and back to making videos and stuff like that, but it'll probably be, like, a monthly thing. Maybe. Big maybe. I don't know, because I procrastinate a lot, so, yeah. But we'll see how things go, and we'll see what happens. And if a video gets uploaded, then it gets uploaded. I don't know what else to I don't know what else to say. But yeah, expect more content soon. And you know, if you don't like wanna wait too long and stuff like that, I also do have a Twitter that I'm pretty active on and whatnot. Where I post a bunch of art that I make and stuff like that, a bunch of commissions that I get done and stuff like that. So if you're interested in seeing what I make, then be sure to head on there and follow if you really like to. No force, obviously, like only if you want to. But besides that, that should be everything that I needed to just get out. And thank God I did that all in one take, and I'm satisfied with how I explained it. Because previously, when I had my PC, I was gonna explain all this, and it took a lot longer than it should have. And I wasn't really satisfied with how I explained it. And I think today I finally managed to jot everything down and word it how I. So yeah. Yeah, but besides that, hope you all have an amazing day or night, and peace out.